Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel Tarot Z. I am Z and I'm going to be doing your tarot reading, finding out what the messages are with the cards that come through for you in this reading today. Thank you so much for joining and for being here for the reading. So let's begin. Let's find out what messages come out. So the first card we have is the Two of Cups. We have the Lovers. And we have the Wheel, and we have the King of Pentacles. The Three of Wands. And the Knight of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Hangman showing up in the reverse. So we do also have some Gemini energy. We also have some Pisces energy with these cards. So with this Two of Cups showing up over here, this does feel like a relationship energy. I do feel like there is a sense of wanting to be able to be in relationship or being able to embrace the relationship energy within this connection. Do you feel like there's a strong sense of connection? I also feel like when it comes to a connection, that you're in a connection with someone who is a vibrational match. I also feel like there is a sense of having a sense of equality within this connection. I feel like it's a strong sense of compatibility, to be honest. With the Lovers card showing up over here, I also feel like there's this strong recognition of your connection. I also feel like it is strongly felt. It is also one that is actually quite passionate as well. I do feel like with the Lovers card showing up over here and the Two of Cups, there's a strong relationship energy. I do feel like there's also a sense of being in a connection with someone and having a lot of feelings. I feel like that is reciprocated energy. With the Wheel card showing up over here, I also feel like there is actually a sense of being very fortunate or feeling very appreciative of this connection. I do feel like it is one that goes quite deep as well. With the Wheel of Fortune, I do feel like this is also an energy of being able to go through a lot of experiences within this connection, whether that's literally the physical connection, being able to play out through experiences, but also a lot of feelings that go on in this connection. And I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune, at times it can even feel a little bit like a roller coaster, but I do feel like it is also something that contributes to the deepening of this connection. With the Hangman showing up in the reverse at the bottom of the deck, I do feel like this is an energy of being in a space where there's much more decisive energy being brought back into this connection. I also feel like with this Hangman showing up in the reverse, this is also coming at a time following a time of reflection and being in a space where there's more decisive energy when it comes to your connection. And I do feel like with the Hangman also, there is also a sense of being able to hear from someone or being able to really communicate something. And I feel like getting on the same page. With the King of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, however, I do feel like this is kind of a sense of someone feeling a bit ungrounded, a bit unstable. And I do feel like this could be the person you're dealing with is energy right now. They're in a space where I feel like it's kind of destabilizing them. And I feel like it's also affecting the way they're showing up in this connection. Do you feel like this could be more practical situations also affecting this person? And I feel like in turn it's also affecting the way they show up in this connection. This could be through their worries that they have, but I also feel like as far as the way in which they're able to show up, the way they're able to provide. And I do feel like it's something that actually has a effect on this person. And I feel like it's affecting the way they are showing up in the connection. I do feel like, however, in spite of anything this person is going through, that the feeling of being in a connection with you is still very present. I also feel like there's still a strong sense of being connected, and I feel like the feelings are still quite deep. I also feel like there's still the sense of really loving energy. I also feel like also appreciative energy. I also feel like with this Two of Cups, some part of this connection is helping this person get through. With the Three of Wands showing up over here underneath the Lovers card, I do feel like this is a sense of being in a space where it's like you're waiting on something within this connection. It's putting you in a space where you feel like you need to embrace the side of you that's more patient. Do you feel like with this Three of Wands though, that there is also a lot of belief for where things can get to and where things can lead in this connection? I do feel like there is also this idea that you have of this connection being one that can contribute to a sense of growth and expansion in the future. And I do feel like that is something that's very present in this connection. I also feel like with this Three of Wands, there is a sense of being in a place with this person where it's like you are putting a lot of trust and expectancy onto this connection. There's a lot that you want to get from it, and I do feel like you will get that. But I do feel like with the Three of Wands, that this is also a sense of a waiting period. And I feel like with that King of Pentacles showing up in the reverse, you could be waiting on this person. I do feel like with the Knight of Wands showing up here though, that you're in a space where you may be wanting to take things, experience a sense of progress in some way, this connection to show you a sense of progress. I also feel like this Knight of Wands though does feel like a sense of wanting to be able to experience that sooner rather than later. There's an energy of even wanting to be able to experience some kind of a moving forward in this connection and progress. And I do feel like with the Knight of Wands that there is going to be that opportunity, but I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune, there's the sense of divine timing. It happens unexpectedly is what I'm getting, but I do feel like when it does happen, it feels great. With the Knight of Wands, I also feel like there's a lot of action that is going to be taken, and I feel like with that Three of Wands, there is a bit of some waiting involved, but once it happens, it all happens at once. And I do feel like with that Wheel of Fortune, that it also feels like an experience that's worth waiting for. So I'm going to clarify these cards. We have Aries with I am. We have Sagittarius with I see. And we have Jupiter with abundance. So I am getting that you could be dealing with an Aries, you could be dealing with another Sagittarius. But with the Aries energy, this is a pretty independent energy. I also feel like it is also an energy of being in a space where there is a desire for having control within a situation. And I even feel like this is a very independent energy, and having a lot of controlled energy within your situation is also part of being able to make this connection with someone work. Do you feel like with this Aries energy that you could also be in a space with within a connection where I do feel like there's a lot of trusting self that is the energy that is required when it comes to dealing with another person. I also feel like this person is also somebody who is quite independent and strong-willed. Do you feel like this Aries energy showing up over here does also feel like the kind of person who is very much a person who takes the initiative? So I do feel like there is a sense of being able to depend on this person. I also feel like this person is the kind of person who comes through when it comes to anything that they say they're going to do. So even with that Three of Wands, I do feel like there's a waiting period, but I feel like it's waiting with intention. And I also feel like being able to see what you're waiting for when it comes to being in this position of waiting. Do you feel like with the Sagittarius energy, that this is also an energy of being in a space where I do feel like this is waiting with optimism, and also being optimistic about this connection and where it could lead and what the future holds. With the Jupiter card showing up over here, I'm also getting more energy of growth and expansion within your connection. I also feel like with that abundant energy, that this is also pertaining to that Wheel of Fortune card, and with that Wheel of Fortune, this does feel like very fortunate energy, and I do feel like being able to experience that as a result of a connection, a partnership. I do feel like you're in a very beneficial partnership when it comes to gaining and getting the desires of your heart out of it. I do feel like with that Knight of Wands, that this energy is also, I feel like you're meeting someone, or someone is coming into your life and it feels unexpected, or it feels like it is something that happens almost a little bit rushed, like a whirlwind. But I do feel like with the Jupiter card showing up here, that this is a positive sign within this connection, and I do feel like being able to experience a sense of divine timing within your connection, especially when it comes to having been in a space where you've been waiting upon something. I do feel like that is the energy. Even with the Hangman in the reverse, I do feel like there is also a sense of being able to hear back from someone, or also being able to experience that harvest season and being brought into that. And Jupiter did just go retrograde, so I do feel like there's a shift in timing and also experiences and things happening in a way that is unexpected and a little bit different, but I do feel like that is within your advantage with the Jupiter energy in this reading. So those are the messages I'm getting with these cards for you, Sagittarius, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye, Sagittarius.